What's going on, everybody? I'm super happy to share this video with you today. This is Living History 66, and this is my latest score. And the reason, besides having more military stuff, that I'm so happy that I got all this is because I didn't pay a cent for any of it. All of these things on the table, minus these dog tags right here, were given to me by my brother-in-law as a thank you gift for helping him. We helped put up a fence and clean out his pool. And he used to collect, but doesn't anymore. So he gave all this to me, and I'm speechless pretty much. Going through all this stuff, the hours, looking through everything, researching everything, and finding a spot for it has definitely kept me busy. These dog tags are actually my grandfather's. He served in Vietnam, and my dad actually found these, sent them to me, and was more than happy, to give them to me because I have a shadow box full of his stuff, and I actually made reproductions of his dog tags because I couldn't find the originals, but now I have the originals, so those will go in the shadow box. Up here, we have an awesome pair of 4th grade technician patches. Super happy to add all of these, to the patch collection. This is a original World War II United States Signal Corps patch, which is pretty awesome. Do not have one of those. 13th Air Corps. This one is pretty interesting. This is the Far East Air Corps, which I guess mainly flew missions in the Philippines. I have a ruptured duck, which is made out of felt. And here we have a set of service bars. This was worn on the sleeve, I believe, of uniforms. And each bar represents 6 months of active duty. And I'm not sure, I forget which one this is exactly, but still cool to throw in there. And all of these, I don't have any pins, and this is more than enough to start a collection. I don't know if these are from Vietnam or from World War II or more modern, but some of the looks of these are pretty awesome. I have done a couple of these I've researched. The name kind of eludes me right now on some of these, but I mean, they're written down on the labels like 40th Ordnance Group, 1st Logistics Command. Some of these are just really cool to look at. All the different slogans on here. This one up here is really cool. So yeah, I'm not sure when these are from. I'll have to do more research on the pins, but those are a new addition to my collection, something I don't have. And medals. A couple of these came without the medals. These are just the ribbons. Turns out this is a more modern medal. This is the Meritus Achievement medal for the Air Force. Still a pretty cool looking medal though. And this one right here, the Surgeon General of the United States, still in the packaging, unopened. Pretty interesting, something different. And these right here, I'm pretty sure these are all from Vietnam, judging by the time frame. But right here, starting on the left, is the Navy Good Conduct Medal, and the Navy Expeditions Medal, which that one is pretty cool looking. Right here is National Defense, and the Armed Forces Expeditionary Service. I don't have any of these. I do have my grandfather's National Defense Medal, but that is in his box. So I'll have to put those in a separate one. This is a smaller badge for the Vietnam Service Medal. Still sealed up. And this is actually, at first glance, I don't recognize it. I did a little research on it. It does say Vietnam on the back. This is actually a South Vietnamese medal. I believe it was civilian service. But I thought that was pretty interesting. So, foreign medal. And right here is something pretty cool. It is the Japanese Military Expired Time Soldiers League badge, which I tried to look it up. I didn't find too much information on it. It's got the anchor and the star right there on the back. You can't really see it in the packaging, but it does have Japanese inscribed on the back of it. So that is pretty cool. And right here we have a little bar of smaller medals. The Army Commendation Medal, Army Good Conduct Medal, the Army of Occupation with a Japan bar on it, National Defense, and the Korea Service Medal. So I thought those were cool, that those are all bundled together. I don't have any of the smaller medals. Right here is a assortment of pins and a couple buttons. A couple of these, all three of them say 1960, and these would actually go on the Vietnam Service Medal, and they would be placed up here on the actual ribbon area. And over here, got a lot of ribbons. Starting from the left, I'm not sure which one this one is, to be honest. It does have a battle star on it, though, along with, in the middle, the Asiatic Pacific Campaign ribbon with 2 battle stars, and the World War II Victory Medal with 1 battle star. And they also had in that box 2 World War II Victory Medals, 2 Silver Star ribbons, 2 Silver Star ribbons, 2 American Campaign ribbons, Bronze Star ribbon, 4 Pacific Campaign medals, or ribbons, sorry. 1 with 2 battle stars, and 1 with 3 bronze arrowheads, which the arrowheads represented a amphibious landing or a parachuting jump. And it also came with, I believe this is National Service ribbons, came with 5 of those, 1 with a battle star on it. Philippine Presidential Unit Citation, 2 of those. Commendation Medal, Vietnam Service, and the Expeditionary Service. And it also came with the smaller bars for the ribbons and whatnot. I forget what these are called exactly. And a whole lot of pins. Looks like we got a couple of buttons. The Medical Corps pins, 2 of those. US, 2 of those. 2 sets of captain's bars. 8 ordnance pins. And this one right here, which is different than the rest of them, as you can see, because of the color and the design. And also, this one has a screw back on it, so I don't know if this was supposed to be worn on maybe a service cap or what. I'm not sure what time frame this is from, but it definitely looks awesome. And right here, let me pull these out because these are something else. These are all letters. from Private First Class Ray Wright. And all of these letters, as you can see here, there is a ton of them. And there's even some multiple ones, some that aren't in envelopes. There's, 2 or 3 in some of the envelopes. There is just so much information in here. These are all addressed to his mother, as you can see here. And the letters date from 1943 until I want to say September of 1945. And just all the things that this person had wrote about. He served in the Army, from what I could tell. Went from Private First Class to, you can see Sergeant is on there. And at one point he actually writes about getting a promotion to First Sergeant. I think this one is it right here. Yeah, as you can kind of see there, First Sergeant Ray Wright. Just a ton of information here. Served in the Army. Served in New Guinea. He visited Australia. And eventually ended up going to Japan after the atomic bombs were dropped. So he writes about being in Japan, writes about the rainy seasons in New Guinea, and a lot of his letters, it's rainy, it's just been raining and raining and raining. So a lot of information here. I think I'm going to take out a select few of them, and I'll go over these in another video, but just absolutely incredible. I mean, they're all still intact too. That's the other good thing about them, is they're folded, but they're not torn, they're not all worn out, they're not ripped or stained or nothing. I mean, they're all decent condition. And this one is dated May 20th, 1945. And it's just a great way. I spent at least a good maybe hour and a half just going through all these, trying to organize them by time, just so I can kind of follow his journey, so to speak. But it's kind of tough because like I said, there's 2 or 3 different letters in one envelope, or some of them don't have an envelope. So, but I mean, there's at least 20 or so letters in here, and it's just a great read. But extremely happy to have these. I mean, I love, reading all the different letters. Newspapers, too. I have a couple of newspapers. And it's just something that I really like to collect because you can tell exactly when it's from. There's no guessing. Like, this letter was delivered or sent out January 4th of 1943. And the person got it, and they read it, and you can tell... they were sending money orders back and forth. They were sending pictures back and forth, asking about stuff at home. Didn't really talk too much about how the war was going, mostly just the weather and what they've been doing. But I'll have to go over this in another video because I can go on and on and on about, all this stuff. But I think that is going to wrap up this video. But thank you guys so much for watching, and sorry I kind of been on a break. I'm hoping to make more videos here soon. I'll definitely go over some of these letters. I'll pull out the couple that he wrote from Japan, from Tokyo actually. So, yep. But that is all I have for you guys today. And again, thanks for watching.